In the last video, we got super close to making this thing work. So close that we can now display about 1 digit every 2 seconds. But I think that we can both agree that it would be ideal to be able to display 1 digit every second. 1 second per second. And as always, I've been doing a lot of testing, and I think I found out what's stopping us from reaching the speed of 1 digit per second and how to fix it. Hopefully. So let's start by addressing what is the most unexpected issue. A lot of you have mentioned how the wheel jerks and stops when it reaches this point, and we all seem to agree that it was because this in here is too harsh and this in here was too steep, and that the solution was to soften it. And as you can see, it clearly jerks and kind of jumps when trying to swap the marbles. But the funny thing is that if there are no marbles, it doesn't stop and it's kind of smooth. So I think it's time for a closer look. Because as you can see, there is not enough space for all the marbles to be ejected in this rapid sequence, and often the marbles get all jammed against this wall in here. When I designed this, I left enough space in there for the marbles to go through the gap. And the idea was that each column of marbles was going to be rejected at this exact spot, and the marbles were going to go through it without issue. And that's exactly where the mistake was made, thinking that something was going to happen with marbles without issue. But I think that issue has an easy solution. I just need to leave more space here for the marbles to exit from the back. And for that, I've designed a new frame that fits just in the same place, but leaves a lot more space in here for the marbles to exit. For that, I will need to move the big gear like this much to this side, so I will also need to move the transmission this way. But at this point, that's nothing. But there is an issue that is going to be a little bit more complicated to solve. And it is that not all the marbles reach the display at the same time. And at the speeds that we are trying to swap the display, that's becoming an issue. I could try to adjust the rotation of each one of the cam discs, but each output channel shares the same gate between black and white marbles, and somehow the delay on both is not the same. If, for example, I advance the release of a black marble on a single gate, that will delay the release of the white marble on that exact same gate. So there is only one solution left, one that many of you commented about like 2 videos ago: a buffer. And soon you will learn why I wanted to be completely and absolutely sure that it was the only option. So I'll just disassemble the entire swap assembly and we'll see if my idea works. And as always, it's an easy process. And as the buffer has to go somewhere, I also need to remove the input ramp. And as this entire assembly is gonna be wider now, I need to change this extrusion for a longer one. This is the new slider that is bigger because now we have more space to eject the marbles, and with the same linear rails as the old one, it goes in the frame. And now I just need to put everything back together. The gear that connects the transmission axle to the big gear is now at a way steeper angle. I had to move it so much to this side that I wasn't even sure that the cardan was going to clear this gear in here. Some would even say that looking at this mark in here, that it's not clearing it. But I see nothing because I don't want to change it, and it works. And we are ready to attach this. That is going to be the buffer input ramp that goes before the input ramp, so we can accumulate all the marbles in here and then release them all at once. When redesigning the slider gate, I took the opportunity to make sure that the marbles cannot stop in any other position than the end of the display gate. Because at this point, leaving stuff to chance is gonna take us nowhere. Not that this is gonna take us anywhere, but at least we'll make it work. And the next step is to find a way to stop all 15 marbles right here and then release them all at once. But the marbles on the display are really close together, so there isn't much space for a gate mechanism. So we need a gate that can release all 15 marbles at once, but also fits in the very little space that is in between the channels. So it's time for a quick ad from today's video sponsor, PCBWay. Because I designed a new fancy gate and went to PCBWay.com, uploaded the file, then selected the amount and selected aluminum so we can have a beefy fancy gate and place the order. So as you can see, the process is super easy, the part got here in no time and the quality is amazing. PCBWay is a one-stop solution for all your prototyping needs. From 3D printing or CNC machining for the mechanical parts of your projects to sheet metal fabrication or injection molding for the enclosures and PCB manufacturing for the electronics. All in a huge range of materials and finishes, from aluminum to stainless steel, all the way to polished resin for that shiny touch. And PCBWay also has an open source platform showing shared projects where people like you and I can share our ideas. So give PCBWay a try following the link in the description and use the coupon code PCBWay10 for $10 off of orders over $30. There is only 100 coupons available, so grab yours quick. And now let's get this gate on the clock. The gate is attached at the top using this pivoting arm, and at the bottom I'm using this thin plate as a kind of a flexure mixed with a spring, and with this it seems that we solved the issue of all the marbles reaching the gate at the same time. But that is not our only timing issue, because until now the marble swapper is connected to the rest of the mechanism through this arm in here that has a clutch just in case everything gets jammed. Which means that the relationship between this gear and this gear is not constant, so everything gets desynchronized every time this trips, which is not ideal and takes a lot of time. And I haven't fully resolved that issue, but I wanted at least to make sure that the dropping of the marbles is fully connected to the swapping of the marbles, so marbles don't get trapped and jammed in the finger chopper. So the idea is to link the release of the marbles with the position of the gate. So have the gate release the marbles when the display is right there. So I need to find a way for the gate to lift and release the marbles when the display goes all the way to the end to the display position, but ideally not to do it when the display gate is moving out to swap the marbles. So I designed a one-way mechanism that directly connects the release gate with the display using Onshape, which is a CAD plus PDM platform that keeps your files up to date everywhere constantly. So if you are an engineer, definitely check out Onshape. You can get up to 6 months of the Pro version free through the link in my description. At the other end of the arm that supports the gate, there is a bump, so if I attach a bearing to the display slider, every time the display moves, hits the bump and lifts the gate. But as I mentioned before, we only want the gate to go up when the display is moving in one direction and not the other. And that's where this comes in handy. I've designed these channels in here so they move the bearing sideways to get it in and out of reach of the pump on the gate arm. And this channel goes upside down right on top of where the bearing is gonna be moving. And just like that, the bearing misses the arm when moving away, and then it's moved by the channel so it pushes on the arm on its way back. I added the ramp so we can test it, and attach the new, larger and improved comb, and I think that now I can explain you how this is supposed to work. First, the marbles from the marble selectors fall into the buffer gate. Then the current digit is discarded, and after that, and right when the display goes back into position, the bearing lifts the gate, and all the marbles from the new digit fall into position in about 150 milliseconds. Which should be fast enough, so let's give it a go. Okay, kind of works, and sometimes everything goes as planned, but it looks like timing is very important. It looks like because of the speed at which everything is happening, the buffer gate can go down too quickly and then a marble gets trapped in there. And then when another marble is dropped behind it on the same channel, the first one goes through, which means that then the marbles pile up behind the display gate, and then when swapping the display, the piled up marbles fall from the front, and then all those marbles end up in here or worse, in the floor. But this was something that I was kind of expecting. I wasn't sure how long did I need to get the buffer gate up for the marbles to go under it, so I printed a new arm with a way longer bump, which means that the gate will be open for longer and hopefully fixes the issue. So I will swap them and try again. Now it looks like there is enough time for everything to happen, so now I will try to get closer to the 1 second per second. When I try to go faster, sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. And it looks like timing, while building a clock, is a very important thing. Who would have said? So let me explain you what I think it's going on. Now that this big gear in here has the extra job of lifting this arm in here, it takes a lot more force to push the slider, which exceeds the capacity of this clutch that I installed in here so this doesn't explode, and then I lose the timing of the release of the marbles, and then everything stops working and making this very not nice noises. So I think I need a new one of these. The big wheel doubles as an inertia wheel, so I need to make it as heavy as possible. And the new wheel weighs now 1.8 kilos, which is 200 grams more than the old one, and I'll take it. So I will put the new wheel in. It looks like smoother is better, so I will try now to go faster. One second per second is too much speed even with all the changes, and the clutch keeps tripping, so I will take matters into my own tape. Of course, having the clutch taped means that if I need to do any timing adjustments, I need to undo this screw, move the wheel, and fasten the screw again. And that was 1 second per second. It works! Of course, it cannot do it for more than maybe 15, 16 digits before it runs dry, because all the marbles end up in the bucket at the bottom, and the marble sorter is not fast enough, because those are a lot of marbles. But it works! And it works for real this time. That was amazing. If you want to catch up and talk about the marble clock that shows seconds at a rate of 1 second per second, I will be at Open Source this year too, and it's an amazing place full of makers like us that make incredible stuff that you cannot even imagine. It's super fun, so come and see it for yourself. And well, I think that's it. Thanks a lot to all my Patreon members. Thank you. Without you, this wouldn't have been possible. And now please go and make something! Ba-da-da-da-da-da.